There are many different ways to tone blonde hair, from a simple full head application or specialist techniques for placement and effect. Today, we're going to look at 3: Microroot, root shadow, and color melting.
A Microroot is my go-to when I highlight hair to the root and want to add a soft shadow. This can make highlights look more natural, on trend, but can also make the hair look fuller. A Microroot can be simply 1 level darker than your toning shade to add subtle dimension, or up to 3 levels darker for a more rooted effect. It is also a great way to mask or correct lines or marks at the scalp from application of foils. Ideally, lines from foil should not be visible, but in certain hair types, this can't be avoided. A Microroot is simply done. Dip the tip of your color brush only in your shadow formula. Gently place minimum product at the root area and tap gently with your little finger. Do not brush or spread with a downward motion. Once you have applied your root tap, you can then apply your toner to the lengths and ends without merging the 2 formulas. My expert tip is to add 25% natural shade to your formula for a corrective Microroot.
A root shadow you may have heard of from the balayage specialist program. A root shadow creates a transition from dark to light over hair that has been lightened in foil or with freehand application. Famously, this technique is used for Brazilian illuminage, but can also be used for other blonde services too, to add shadow, contrast, and dimension. Step 1 for success is always formulation. The objective of a root shadow is to both establish depth and create a transition. Formulate at the same depth or darker than your client's natural hair, and always add natural to your formula. Step 2 is the root application. Make sure you are working on damp hair, start at the nape of the neck, and apply your formula in horizontal sections to the natural hair only. Don't yet move onto the pre-lightened areas. After 5 to 10 minutes development, spray the hair with warm water and start to brush the formula further down the hair. At this point, don't be tempted to add more product. Use the product already on the hair and travel onto the blonde areas. You can repeat this at another 5-minute interval should you wish to shadow further down the hair. Once you are happy with your root shadow, simply rinse thoroughly and tone the blonde ends as you wish. We don't recommend toning the ends at the same time, as this may overly darken those lightened ends.
Color melting is a toning method that allows you to blend different shades together on one client with seamless transitions from dark to light or from tone to tone. You can add subtle dimension or tonal variants to the hair. Personally, I like to keep the root area 1 to 3 shades darker than the ends, as it is more pleasing to the eye. But that is not a hard and fast rule. To apply a color melt, apply first to the root area, then the lengths and ends separately. Once the color is applied, then with your index and middle finger, melt the 2 shades together. This will avoid pulling the root shade too far down the hair. Sometimes I will even melt 3 shades in one section. Think of a balayage lighting service, for example. You may have a natural root area, a transition area, and highly lightened ends. You can melt from dark to light down the section, correcting different areas of the hair.
You can also guide your clients to refresh the tone at home. Blondes tonal fading is common, specifically for cooler blondes. Cool pigments in particular are famous for fading faster. Wella offers different ways to also revive and refreshed tones at home. Colourfresh Mask's natural range has choices from cool and warm blondes, brunettes, and of course, reds. The semi-permanent colour masks are great for those clients who want to refresh their colour at home every now and then. As they work like a semi-permanent colour, the results can vary depending on the base and the porosity of the hair. Remember, you're the professional and you make the recommendation. For cool blondes, remember also the Blonde Recharge and Cool Blonde Silver Shampoo is also there. It prevents blondes from yellowing and helps eliminate brassy tones. Up next, we're going to explore each of these in more depth. You will learn how to navigate the Wella Professionals portfolio and use it to your full potential to help you deliver services suited to your client with amazing results. There are 3 aspects we need to think about when toning: lift, intensity, and longevity. Keep this in mind as we navigate the services.